Fox News' Dave Spencer is live in Detroit with more on this really troubling issue, Dave.
Yeah, Taryn, to be clear, this is a problem that is plaguing not Detroit alone, all of Metro Detroit, all the country really. But here in Detroit, at least 200 firefighters are down from their normal allotment, and 100 EMS workers. That's according to the firefighter union president. But there is a plan in place, but according to that same president, it's not putting into action fast enough, and that in and of itself is causing other problems. Detroit firefighters and EMS often work hand in hand, so it makes sense during the last contract negotiation to combine the roles into a single position.
All our EMS employees now will start to be brought over to the fire department and act in a dual role.
One advantage for dual responsibilities is more pay and a shared role.
For 12 hours of your 24-hour shift, you'll be on the EMS rig. For the other 12, you'll be on a fire engine, squad, or truck.
Fire Commissioner Charles Sims says the process is at work currently.
We have classes going on every month, and it's going to take some time because, like I said, we don't want to deplete EMS to do this crossover training. For some of the EMS members, it's going to take 8 to 10 weeks to train them.
Meanwhile, though, the shortage is taking a toll on current firefighters and EMS.
We're bringing in probably 25 to 50 guys on overtime on the fire side daily.
Even with the OT.
We're 2 to 5 EMS rigs down every day.
Which means when you call for emergency help, someone will come. But according to the union president, they are limited in what they could do.
A gunshot wound, they need a surgeon. They don't need us. They need us to get them to the hospital quick. And if we don't have the ambulance coming for transport, us being there trying to basically keep that person going, it's not helping.
Despite the challenges, the union says the current first responders are doing all they can, going on 450 to 500 runs a day.
The overtime is just, it's killing these guys, but thank God that they're coming in to work it, because we wouldn't be able to function if they didn't.
All parties agree they're not far from a solution.
We're on the same page. You know, administration and union, we want to get these members crossed over as quickly as possible. But like I said, we just have to make sure that we do it in a very strategic manner.
One strategy is to pay them now.
The money's there. It was in the budget for these members to have already been brought over in the last year. So I'm not sure why we can't just put the stamp on it and move forward.
We're investigating that right now. I mean, we've had different conversations on how we can retain our EMS employees. And I would say that the one issue is that there's a medical shortage across the country.
They're hiring, I get it, they're hiring, but this wasn't done right. And you can't make promises to these guys and gals that are out here doing 20 runs a shift and going home beat down. It's not right.
And to that end, according to the union president, people are starting to lose their patience. Members of the fire department are leaving within the last 6 months, according to the president. 30 to 40 members have left Detroit in search of other employments in other cities. Reporting live tonight, Dave Spencer, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, and then, of course, you have retirement on top of that. Dave, I mean, this was a problem in the past. Now it seems like it's really ramped up again. It seems like it's not just a staffing issue. I mean, it's many things, staffing, training, and more pay to be able to keep these people on the job. It sounds like maybe perhaps this should have been handled or started the process to handle this a lot earlier than now.
Yeah, right. And this was all negotiated within the last year of their contract negotiations with the union. So obviously they started to implement it, but then I was told that COVID kind of put a halt on all this. So now it's this backlog of people that need to get up to training, and they have to balance that with how many people they still have out on the streets to respond to the calls. It's all just coming to head right now. Hopefully they could find the solution sooner rather than later. Taryn?
Right, because people still need emergency rescues, emergency help. All right, Dave, thank you so much for that live report. We'll see what happens.